Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Cat's Cauldron, the show that gives you a voice and you stir it up. I stir it up. You have the voice. Let me just go over the schedule again, and then I'll go into what's tonight and then tomorrow. Monday was Manic Mondays. Tuesday, Titillating Rant. Wednesday is Paranormal Curses and the Unexplained. Thursday is Veteran Topics. Fridays is TGIF and Anything Goes. So that's kind of how we have it outlined, subject to additional topics. If someone calls in and writes in, I did have somebody write in, and that's why I talked specifically about things that bother you in relationships on the 14th, because of course it was Valentine's Day. So we wanted to do that particular special. Today I want to talk about acts of kindness. Anybody who knows me is, I call myself the Wicked Witch of the West sometimes, and that I've been called other names, the B word, but I earned that title, and I'll take it. But anybody who really knows me knows that I'm passionate about certain things, and taking care of each other is one of them. So we're going to talk about small acts of kindness. Kindness has been proven to increase our happiness, reduce stress, improve emotional well-being. At the same time, spreading kindness offers us the opportunity to connect with others, building a stronger sense of community and unity with friends, family, neighbors, and even strangers. Acts of kindness have the potential to make the world a happier place. An act of kindness can boost feelings of confidence, being in control, happiness, and optimism. They may also encourage others to repeat the good deeds they've experienced themselves. Pass it on, contributing to a more positive community. Kindness is caring about others and doing things to help make their lives better. It allows us to connect with other people and build meaningful relationships when someone does us a kindness. We feel connected and more willing to cooperate with them. When you engage in an act of kindness, endorphins, a natural painkiller, are produced in your brain. Plus, people who are kind have 23% less of stress hormone cortisol than the average population. If you want to feel calmer, more optimistic, and have improved feelings of self-worth, consider helping others. Spreading your kindness can play a big part in making everyone's world better. Remember, even if you can only afford to give a little or do a small act, the impact of this will still be huge, tremendously huge. Making or being kind a habit would create a culture of helping hands that would leave a beautiful world for future generations. I have a website here if you want to look at a video later. https://YouTube JU3VG, capital N, capital P, capital F, capital H, 98. I viewed the video. It's kind of cool. It's in like a drawing cartoon, and it talks about how kindness helps us and affects us. If I look up every once in a while, it's because a gecko has gotten into my office, and I had to cover my drink. He was trying to drink out of my cup. So just going to tell you, they don't scare me, but I don't particularly like them to jump on me. So maybe you can buy a hot meal for a homeless person, get a small blanket for one of them. Maybe you have clothes, coats, jackets, sweaters that no longer fit you. Donate it to a homeless person or a shelter, because I promise you they need it. Acts of kindness isn't limited to people. Animals need kindness too. 10 random acts of kindness you can do for animals any day of the year. Let's focus on the ways in which we can all share some kindness with our furry and scaly friends who might just need some extra kindness the most. Pick up a little extra litter. Picking up litter when you see it not only helps save animals from getting tangles and suffering as a result. You know, and it's not kitty litter we're talking about here. We're talking about plastic cups, sometimes fishing net and things like that. People just discard stuff. We're talking about that kind of litter that you throw away. Whether you pick up a little on your lunch break or go a step further and sign up with a shelter or your community service, roadside pickups, and find out what their schedule is, and you can join them to help pick up some litter. You have the power to make a real difference, but it's up to you. Volunteer dog walking or volunteer anything. There are so many ways that you can volunteer for animals, from being a dog walker to a home visitor, charity shop assistant, or volunteer driver. There are so many ways in which you can make a real change to the lives of animals in need. Make your pet, this is number 3, sorry. Make your pet or a friend's pet a tasty treat. It's kind of cool. If you have a pet in your home, why not treat them today to a special treat as some fresh catnip or a stew bone? Or now they have the bones in the store that you can get for dogs, and you can pick up one of those, and maybe you can just kind of, give him that. But dogs particularly love stew bones. I'm sure they will be a happy recipient to your act of kindness. You can check out there's a YouTube channel. Just look for Yummy Pet Food. Make your garden wildlife friendly. In time for spring, why not celebrate Random Acts of Kindness Day in your own back garden? There are lots of funny little ways in which you can make your garden more wildlife friendly, from feeding birds to building a hedgehog house. Why not check out an interactive infographic to discover all the ways you can help your local wildlife? It's fun. Do a Pinterest or a YouTube search for this, and it pops right up. So it gives you all kinds of DIY stuff. Adopt a rescue animal. Are you maybe looking to bring a pet into your home? Adopting a rescue animal is one of the most rewarding ways in which you can help animals. Remember, we have a whole bunch of different animals looking for love, including farm animals and exotics. Why not meet some of your ready-to-be-loved animals at your local humane society? You never know who you might fall in love with. Very true. You can also just Google it, and it comes up with a string of places like cat and dog paradises, and they call them cat or dog ranches. So you can just Google that, and it comes right up. I was just amazed at how many there are. Yes, the gecko is still there. He's looking at me. Sorry, we got some humor going on today. Oh my goodness. If you can't adopt an animal, foster an animal in need. If adopting a rescue animal isn't an option right now or not something that you can commit to, have you considered fostering an animal? The Humane Society also has lists. There is criteria because they're going to check out your background to make sure that you're not, somebody who would harm the animals. So to become a foster, it's kind of like regular foster care. I mean, it's a foster care situation for animals in need. And they also want to know what you're capable of or what you're willing to commit to. We have lots of animals who need extra care and attention in helping prepare them for their forever home. During the spring and summer months, we have lots of baby kittens who need regular feeding before they can be officially adopted and rehomed. Do you think you could foster an animal in need? Think about it. Register your dog as a therapy dog. Sometimes our animals can spread kindness for us. Therapy animals in hospitals can have an incredibly positive influence and make a real difference to someone who needs kindness more than ever. They actually take therapy dogs to the children's ward, up like at St. Jude's and such, and the animals visit with the cancer patients there, the children that have cancer there. So that's a really good idea if you are able to do that. Help spread the word of animal welfare online. Spreading kindness can be as easy as a click. We have so much animal welfare advice, tips, and ideas, all with improving the lives of animals in mind. If you find content that you think your friends could be interested in, please share on your social channels and spread the word. Okay? Sponsor an animal and change a life. One way of showing kindness to animals is by sponsoring a dog or a cat kennel or pod. It costs about $670,000 to run some of these centers for a year. And these animals rely on the kindness of humans to keep them fed and warm, healthy, and happy. Sponsorship is as little as $1.50 a week. So that's something I'm going to look into, but we're getting ready to go to the Humane Society and get some kitty cats. So we are rehoming. We're getting some kittens, and we're going to get them from my gecko is at it again. We're going to get them from the Humane Society instead of going through a breeder, because the shelters have some. I mean, I keep looking at the pictures, and it's like I wish I could take them all. It just breaks my heart to see them in shelters. So you can also, the very last thing is, you can have fun and fundraise, whether it's wild swims, baking, marathon, hiking mountains. There's 1,000 different ways you can raise money for animals in need. Find out what fundraising activity might tickle your fancy. Of course, you can donate all year long, and the animals in the Humane Society's care and the shelters would love to give a big thank you to all of you kind humans who show care.